I just keep helping people and being a good servant. That's enough for me. Welcoming Laura. I hope everything's good. Yeah. The observer. Because whenever I see a lot of, again, I've been watching documentaries on a lot of, the Indian gurus also. And sometimes it's a cultural belief. Right? Sometimes it's just culture and religion, but but the spirit, the authentic, right? The authentic connection is something I look for. And usually it's how you feel. Yeah, YouTube should be back on. YouTube should be back on. People pay money for it to be open. To me, it's more about realizing there's nothing to open, right? It's the realization, the thing that you're trying to open. But the thing is, you have to pay attention. Okay, if there's nothing to open, then is it open? The mind doesn't know if it's open or closed. The mind will always try to figure out how to open the third eye. That's why when people ask me, are you enlightened? Is your third eye open? I don't know. But what I do know is people are peaceful and happy around here. And that's what really matters. Right? Great, your guru's third eye is open, your third eye is open, you're a healer, you're a light worker, congrats. Okay, let's see how you help people. That's what I look for more. Are you happy, and are the people around you happy? Or are you just there to make money from them? Link in the bio. Right, that's the number one key I see. Is this community of happy people, or or are they just a bunch of people complaining about life, like many communities? Is people's mental health improving? Are people making more money? Are people more peaceful? Or are they the same and then they pay you $55 for a card reading? Right, so I'm always looking at the results of the community. What they say about the community, great. Right. Can I ask what the third ego is? There is no third ego. The third ego is just thinking your third eye is open. It's just your ego thinking that your third eye is open. So whenever I make music, essentially I don't make music. This thing makes music. I don't know how it makes it. I just surrender, I trust. That's why somebody asked, is this made? Somebody was asking, is this? I forgot what the comment was. Is this improvised? Essentially, I'm not improvising. I just let the feeling guide me to make music, but the intention I put is love and healing, and whatever comes out is love and healing because I feel it within me. Yeah. My son said, are they cooking or just reading the book? Good job. Dang, dude. Words can be mostly manipulated, but your experience is what matters the most. Yeah. You hear about many people will say good things, but people remember how you make them feel is what they remember. How you make them feel is the most memorable thing. There are other TikTokers that do what you do, but they are asking for hundreds, if not more, says Goose. And that makes me a little sad, but it's okay. Because I sit in people's live stream and see, oh, okay, most of it leads to spiritual business, which is fine. I mean, you have the right to do whatever you want. Link in the bio to get to get more, to ask deeper questions, because you don't make money telling people the knowledge up front. Right? But you wanna help people now because it helps people, versus like it's not lucrative to be a good teacher, but to be a good, right, to practice good business, you have to learn how to switch and bait. Link in bio. See, oh, I really want to tell you more, but you gotta buy my $500 package, but today is 90% off. Yeah, before I became a live streamer on TikTok, I started studying, okay, what do people do around here? Thank you, Tiffany. Right, what do people do around here? Right, because many people, they just come here to market themselves, so you can check their link in the bio and then you get a private one-on-one. That's a lucrative business strategy. But I'm here for spiritual community, authenticity, and grow something with you here. Right, with you here. Like, while I'm live, this is the main experience. Not like, if you want richer knowledge, right, PM me or whatever. I'm aware most people are doing that already. So whenever you do something most people aren't doing, you end up, right, it's a statement. Right, it's a statement. It's like, yeah, let them do spiritual business. We're going to do spiritual practice in here. And people are like, right, since my name is Guru Tanet, people already look down at the name like, must be spiritual business. And so when they listen further, they're like, wait a minute. This seems too good to be true. There has to be some charlatanness. He has to be deceiving people. Right? All the gurus on here are deceiving people anyways. And then when they can't find it, they've listened for 20 minutes already. Like, oh shoot, it's actually not that bad. And the people looking for it get it. Right? A lot of content creators are spiritual sound healers come here. Right? I barely even make like video content. I live stream more because it's authentic. It's hard to engage with people when you're not even there. You're just a recording. Right? You're doing blanket statements about, all right, this is to do that. I get it, it's profitable. I have a YouTube. But I realize there's nothing that can replace real one-on-one like mentorship live and ask questions. Right? I think that's the beautiful part, that people can ask questions and get a real answer. Yeah. Because that's what I needed whenever I was looking for, like, what the hell is spirituality? What is God? What is the universe? Right? Can I still be Buddhist? Can I still be Christian? Right? What's religion? Like, all these things people don't want to talk about because it's uncomfortable, and many people haven't articulated what that means and how to talk to people. Right? And so over time we kind of figure things out. Yeah. And you just have to learn to be a good teacher, and eventually a great teacher, and eventually amazing teacher. If you're not good at what you do, people won't even look at you. But when you're great at what you do, people will begin to notice. And when you're amazing, then you have to tell them, love your damn self. Because some people want to worship you, and they need to learn to worship the inner outer, right? The light within. Or whatever you respect. You know. Some people, are Christian, respect Jesus. You're Buddhist, respect the Buddha. All of it is respect, peace, and love. I understand, because I understand that some people, religion works for them. But this conversation is hard to have because many people don't know how to open their damn minds to talking about them. So that's why people feel so awkward when we start talking about religion or spirituality, which is why it keeps separated, because it's like we have this illusionary wall called awkwardness because of the lack of being real with each other. So let's cut the BS and just be real, and if people don't like it, they'll go somewhere else. But in here, we're going to be respectful to people. And so when people come here and be disrespectful, there's a timeout button and there's a block button, because some people don't know how to respectfully disagree or respect that people have different views and come from different walks of life. And this is the ultimate, respect each other. How basic can you get with wisdom and that? Respect people. But nowadays, many people don't know how to respect people. It's kind of sad. Especially online, because nobody really tells them to their face, what you're doing is disrespectful. Right? And so what's left is all the people that are authentic and respectful, which is beautiful. And that's why there's a bunch of older people. I didn't say old people. Older people who are mature around here. And that's why we're more happy. We got that grandma, grandpa energy in this stream. Like good grandma, grandpa, by the way. I hear some, like the good ones, not the bad ones. The one that you pouty, that's your problem. You should deal with it. You don't have to love your damn self. That's fine. Don't. Hey, look, the young sister Jane Prentice. She's only 80, that's young. She said old is okay. Sister Jane. Anyone older than 80, let me know. You might break the record. I think that's the record so far. Sister Jane from Houston, Texas. Mystic Village, HTX Meditation. Welcome, Joe. I think you're the record holder currently right now. 80 years old, hanging out with your brother, sister on the live stream. Dang. Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? Right, we got 9-year-old all the way to 80-year-old here. Wow. You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around you. I have to, let's see here. I think I want to do 20 more minutes music. My grandma listens to this live and she's 75. Beautiful. Shout out to the grandmas. Whenever I start to see the age range and the diversity, it's because people actually feel like this is their genuine community. Right? When I see it's not, there's young people, kids. Right? That yesterday was. Right? So that's why I see, because usually it's all a bunch of young people. But when you see the big range, it's like, it's healthy, it's real, it's authentic. And I'm just grateful we have a place like this online where it's very inclusive, very unifying, and pets too. Shout out to the cats and dogs and lizards and goats. That's a thing right now. Goat mommy. Goat mommy. Right. And of course, find your local community if you can. The reason I made my own local community, I couldn't find it, but then as I was cultivating, I found the master. So I eventually found, I was raised in a Thai temple. I don't really resonate with it too much. In spiritual practice, it became a bit more routine, but I respect the Thai culture because I was raised in it. But I needed more feeling, more depth, and more energy. Because sometimes you go, Arahang Sama Sambuddho Bhagava. I'm doing this routine thing because it was passed down to me. I want to feel a deeper connection, but I don't feel it. I have to explore what's more out there, just like the Buddha did. This is why the master always told us, don't do routine thing in life, because when you're doing a routine, there's no feeling. You go to the church or the temple, you do routine, and there's no feeling. The message lacks feeling, right? And when things lack feeling, the kids don't want to show up at all. Adults, I'll deal with it. It sounds great, but I'm falling asleep right now. God, where's the coffee at? Right? You know the energy not good when people looking for coffee. Oh, I need coffee to be here. Right? But when people are trying to chill, right? If anything, when people come here, they're trying to drink less coffee because they're trying to relax. Happy Tuesday, Tanya. All you beautiful souls. My contractor from July came by and asked about you to follow. Oh, okay. Shout out to your contractor. It's beautiful that we can make a difference on the planet. From our house, right? Social media can be used to just for BS, right? BS around, or we can use it to really help people feel calm and uplift people. That's why that's why I'm grateful for sound healing, because the sound healing, it inspires people to just breathe and calm. Welcome, Andrea, Ladenton, and Paul Shepard. For a minute, I didn't know if I was really in your live. The more you know how little you know. Welcoming bliss. I'm trying to see, not to be political, but Asian cultures didn't outlaw discipline like Westerners did. Okay, yeah, thank you. If you set up donations through Streamlabs for Twitch, yeah, I think it is through Streamlabs for sure, yeah. So growing up, I know that the Eastern cultures are more feminine, like the men, right? Right, we lead with compassion, but whenever a time to, right? And the women, I grew up with masculine women, right? And so that's the balance. But when I came to America, it was the men led with more masculine, but it's not always consistent, right? So it's hard for me to fit in here in the beginning because of that. Let me see. You just have to figure out what works for you. Yeah, what works. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. You can do it when it's more convenient. It's all good. I'm put you on my Bose speaker and walk around my house. At the end of the day, it's not the culture, it's the individual. Sometimes you just have to find out what works for you, right? When you're a Buddhist monk, oftentimes people come to you seeking peace. Right? Sometimes they come to you seeking wisdom, right? Sometimes you tell the truth that hurts people's egos, and when you're too nice to people, you're not going to tell the truth that hurts their ego because you're more scared of hurting people's feeling than the truth. And that is the main issue everywhere. We don't want to be honest, or sometimes we don't want the truth. And people can lie to you to manipulate. So the more wisdom we have, the more discernment we have, the more our life becomes happy. This is why I look at the result of people's life. With what you're doing in your life, are you actually happy, or do you just identify as a happy person? That's it. Some people say they're spiritual, but they're not even genuinely happy. When somebody's not genuinely happy, it's clear as day because you used to be like that. Right? You could hear it in their tone of voice. You see it in their eyes. And when they talk, it's always really heavy. But that's okay. Like, it's almost like I don't expect everyone to be light. It's just make sure if you want to be happy, be around people who practice happiness. Some people just talk about compassion but don't practice it. That's called BS compassion. And so a lot of times you have to cut a lot of friends out because many people don't know where happiness comes from. That is a really vulnerable question. Ask somebody that. Where does happiness come from for you? And usually people will miss that it's within. Because if you don't have it in your cup, how can you share it with it? If you don't love yourself first, you don't even have love to share to anybody else. But they don't have that wisdom. They think self-love is selfish, arrogant. ขอบคุณครับคุณวีระวาสนา I think. And so this is why whenever I have deep talk, is usually here. If what I'm doing, like imagine this, I live in Houston, Texas, but many people do see me as a mentor, but many don't, because when you begin to grow and you help people, sometimes the people around you the relationship with you doesn't grow with you, right? So that's why when I'm online, it grows more, because people is like, you have more trust because you didn't see my beginning, right? And the one thing oh, thank you, William. I appreciate it. Thank you for the blessing. Mhm. เสียงพี่เพราะดีค่ะฟังแล้วขอบคุณครับที่มาสนทนาธรรมปฏิบัติธรรม I guess I could use พี่อยู่ที่อเมริกา สำเนียงอาจจะเรียกว่าครูอาจจะรู้สึกว่ามันเหมาะสมมากกว่าพี่รู้สึกว่าYeah, and so I'm aware, I'm trying to, yeah, thank you, William. I'm aware that a lot of things that I say, it makes many people uneasy if they're not a seeker. Right? ถ้าเราเป็นคนที่ไม่ปฏิบัติธรรมแล้วมาสนทนาธรรมกับคนที่ปฏิบัติมีความเข้มข้นในการปฏิบัติอยากเข้าถึงจริงๆอะไรแบบเนี้ย right? The energy of, thank you. The energy of this is why I try to stay around people who are hungry to explore, to seek. Is called the beginner's mind. You don't want to be too comfortable when you're on the spiritual journey, because when you get comfortable, you end up thinking you know everything. Right? Thich Nhat Hanh calls it the beginner's mind. That's why the enthusiasm comes from, let's keep going. Let's keep helping people. But stay humble. Right? Stay humble. You're just like we're all one. We're all one. We are all we. สาธุครับปฏิบัติแล้วมีผลเนี่ยบางคนปฏิบัติแต่ผลไม่เคลียร์ Don't be a donut, sis. Don't be a donut unless you like it. That's why I like to use the word result-driven spirituality. ปฏิบัติธรรมที่มีผลจริงแล้วเวลาเรามีผลจริงเนี่ยเราจะแชร์กับคนอื่นได้ because if you practice spirituality and your life's not more peaceful, your children don't talk to you, you still hate your father, like, I mean, I'm not saying it's hard to be happy when you have hate in your heart and you broke. Like, we have to get to the core, like, why is it not grounding? Why is your root chakra not covered? Right? But this is a hard thing to talk about. Some people just identify as spiritual but aren't even happy and peaceful. Like, well, what does it mean to be spiritual? Wear necklaces, malas, organite. Wear copper wrapped crystals on your ear. A lot of the new generation, to them, that is what spiritual is. More on the outside, right? So we need mentors to like let them know, hey, it's more about acting and dressing up, by the way. Right? You have to practice what you preach, right? And the ego doesn't like that, you know. And you don't have to be there, right? And some people think you need to be a perfect everything, right? You don't need to be perfect. There's no such thing. Do the best that you can. Stay humble. find your center, let things go, and help people. And so when I say I don't hang out with the mainstream spiritual community, I don't. Right? Because I start to realize it's more about business. มันเกี่ยวกับการหาเงินทางปฏิบัติธรรม Yeah. Do you also do this in private space? I need something like this in my company. Not really. I mean, every Sunday we have a free outdoor sound bath. And then occasionally, the first Wednesday of each month, we do a free sound bath at Unity of Houston. So, but we do, we're doing a rooftop up. We're doing Sister Emily. She's like she managers at an apartment. And we're doing a sound bath in like Midtown on the rooftop. Also, everything's donation based, right? Because it keeps things pure. It keeps things pure. So when people hear donation based and they're uncomfortable, they just won't use our, right? But we never, I make sure that it never, on Sunday, there's nothing else more important than HTX meditation. We have to show up because we've been showing up 5 years straight. And it's like people see HTX meditation as church. And many people see this place as their temple and church also. And so that's why I stream 10 hours a day, because it's a living space. It's not just open on Sunday. But respect to opening on Sunday. What is a sound bath? Do you know anyone that does it in Jackson, Tennessee? Two popular places to find spiritual experiences, and there are free ones out there. Meetup.com and Eventbrite. Right. There's of course paid experiences also, so you're welcome to look at. Right. But everything that I do, like I'm on Eventbrite and Meetup.com, but all the events that we post is free events because. But again, that's just the trend here. Charging $1,000 for a 2-day retreat is pretty common thing. Some temples, churches don't even help people who go to do the work to improve their lives. They only open a few hours and gone and unavailable mostly. I mean, if that's what you experience, yeah. I mean, I used to go to Unity Church, and I think a spiritual community always need to have a meditation space open, a prayer room that's always open for people. And so if you're in a community where the prayer room is not open on a daily basis, like, right, that's okay. Right, when you join a yoga studio, you have to pay to be there, but there's places. So whenever we gather under a tree, it clears everything up. The Buddha gathered under the tree. Jesus hanged out under a tree or on a rock, right? It makes whenever it's just random tree that we gather at a park. And I'm just so grateful we found our tree. Because it's free. When it's sunny, the big tree shades us. When it's raining a little bit, the big tree covers us. Right? And people's relationship with the tree, it's nature. People need out, nature more. Yeah. And I enjoy it too because, I'm indoor quite a bit. So that's why I need to do every Sunday I go out and then I bike. Well, unless it's raining, of course. Thank you, Branislav Zawadi. But what I do see is many people who are friends of this community are live streaming more than ever. I see a lot of people live streaming that come here. So I can see the inspiration, like more people live streaming and spreading what's on their heart, right? Because I can only do my part, right? And many people here will be a yoga teacher. Maybe you want to teach people about the Christ consciousness. Maybe you help mothers, right? Maybe you teach people how to be a good father. Maybe you do sound healing, right? There's so many people that are sharing positive energy, so I'm glad to see more people serve from the heart and become less business forward spirituality and more heart-based spirituality. And to me, that's my whole goal. Inspire instead of new age spiritual business, new age spiritual practice. Right? All this phenomenon, the sound healing, it works. It works. You don't have to explain it. Right? When people hear the flute and they come by, they naturally just start. Do you ever play just for you alone? Sometimes, actually. I just come in here and just, if I have things on my mind that I'm trying to work out and I realize I need to practice, and I just come in here and usually I pick up but usually it's, once in a while. I just come in here, I pick up this flute and I just meditate, right? It's a meditative form. Like no reverb, nothing, just. I mean, essentially, the way I play is how I play for myself. So nothing really changes. Essentially, I'm playing from my heart for me, and y'all happen to be here kind of vibe, So it's the same thing. It's just more. just kind of see how I feel. What do I need? The exact same thing I do when I play music here. What does my heart tell me to pick up next? Maybe I'll do a... But I think the main energy that I use is called grace. The energy, okay? Not the person. A lot of graces around here. No. Right, so when I pick the flute up, I just feel this, like a gentleness over me. That's why you see me adjust, align. And then when I feel it, there's a blooming that I feel. Yeah, no, I'm not playing at a temple. This isn't the temple. Is the studio at my house. So this is why I always ask how people are doing, because whenever you open up, it's in the air, right? We all feel it together, what's going on. And whenever everybody opens up about what happened throughout their day, I just eventually just center it. And I plug it in. Okay, however y'all feel, sad, good, ugly. And I put it here. And whatever happens after that, that's the universe. I just plug it in. Blink. All right. Brother sick. Husband sick. Cat sick. Celebration here. Somebody's birthday. A new job. A new baby. And then we just condense it into this thing called oneness. And we're already connected. It's just more about the time we're disconnected is when we're here. So that's why you see me. And then when I do, we're plugging in. Because the way you plug in is you let go. There is nothing to plug in. And every flute has an energetic signature. This one, they call it, Eric the flute maker calls this the Jesus flute. So essentially this flute helps people have hope and feel grace. But if people are looking for more of an enchanting vibe, you just need a little bit of magic in your life. when you start releasing, I can feel it. It's not me, that you know, right? When people start like, and whenever people release, their energy become clear and their heart opens, that's when the mandala starts spinning, which is so much positive energy. And within 30 minutes, a shower of gratitude comes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Every time. For real. That's my life. But if I don't do a good job, people continue to be stressful. Because sometimes I have to engage more, because some people need more wisdom to be open to the healing. Some people need a bit more knowledge to be open. Right? Many people aren't, when they hear the music, sometimes they just block it. But when they trust me, when they trust the community, they take a deep breath and they go, let me just try then. Thank you for following. Can you help with forgiveness and forgetting? Advice and why it's important. Anger is like grasping a hot coal. Hate, it's like a hot coal, you want to throw it. That's the Buddhist, right? Why not let go of the sadness? Because the ego thinks I'm not going to let them off the hook. But the only person on the hook is you and your own ego. The pain happened one time, but every day that you replay the pain, it happens every day, and then you suffer. Right? The Buddha says a wild beast is better than an evil friend, because a wild beast will hurt your body, but the evil friend will hurt your mind. But the evil friend is you not forgiving because you don't know better. It doesn't make your life better to hate and to hold on to negative things, but sometimes we just don't know we could let go. Until somebody teaches us effectively, because you can let it go, right? Let it go, let it go. They only let go in restroom, that's it. They don't let go of their sadness, pain. Right. Let me turn it on. The sass trying to go. And so when we have good teachers who help us understand how to let go, we begin to feel this thing called bliss. Oh. And that's why people feel so good with the music in here. Because my goal, because when you feel genuine bliss in your life for the first time, you don't expect it. The element of surprise is what creates miracles. Because you don't, right? Today it might be somebody's first time coming to the stream. They don't know what's going on in here, but when they feel it for the first time, What's the reason I can't let go? Many people think they need to let go of something like this. Boom. But the real let go is just a puny. Every day. Next day, it doubles. From 1, you get 2. Eventually, you get to a chunk. Right? Eventually, the let go becomes big. But if you don't have devotion to letting go, you'll just naturally say it doesn't work. Meditation doesn't work if you just do it for 2 weeks. Oh, realistically, I found results within 3 days. I just committed meditation to the morning because it helps me to at least be free from doubt, fear, and worry if you use the right technique, which is and just anchor yourself to the breath. No matter what's going on in the mind, let go. Getting yourself to be in a neutral gear, not negative or positive, it's so amazing because at least you're centered. You don't have to be net positive right away, but at least you know you got other options than misery and loneliness. Let go. You have to anchor to the technique because the mind's gonna fight your technique in the beginning. The mind's gonna go, my ex, my uncle hurt me. Let go. Deal with that later. For now, get yourself to control and center your emotion first. If your emotions are all over the place, you become really unstable. You have to learn to stabilize your energy. And when you're clear, you feel this thing called peace, happiness. Just sitting here. Eventually your heart opens. Now you're ready to forgive. If you try to forgive right away, you don't have the energy to because you haven't cultivated connecting with this. This thing's always here, but we haven't made a relationship to connecting to this thing called love that you are. Now, when you connect to the heart, it becomes a lot easier, but it's still really difficult because some people really F you up. Some people do terrible things. It's hard to forgive, but you deserve to be free. I choose to not be a victim. I'm here to be happy. I'm here to live a free life away from the pain of the past and reduce the suffering and be free in the moment. But this knowledge frees people but the issue is sometimes people use you for your victim consciousness. And that's why I don't, right? And they turn your negative thing into politics. That's the worst one, and it makes you become a victim longer. Hell no. If you like that, this stream, we don't practice that. We're here to help people be free from victim consciousness. Right? We're not here to let our abusers off the hook. We're here to let ourselves off the negative hook that brings us down and our bad negative mental health. This is just one wellness community here that is free. You're welcome to pay for whatever, but at least here, you know it's consistent and it's all, right? It's going to be here until I die, probably. You know? Who knows? Maybe there's Mystic Village Temple or something, but I'll still be, right? Because this is where people connect to the knowledge. Because I live for this. If I'm not doing this, I don't know, like, I'm trying to do this every day. May I know what you're wearing? A white shirt, white pants, and this is a Tibetan. There's a prayer wheel on here. This is a mala bead, but the cool part. Om mani padme, om mani padme, om mani padme, om mani padme. And this necklace is the medicine Buddha. The master gave this to me, so I was like, oh, word, thank you. And all this is about the medicine Buddha is not in the sky. The medicine Buddha is an archetype that helps us to realize all healing is possible. That's it. I believe all healing is possible. The master is Master Kauchin, a Mahayana monk here that I asked the universe for a teacher. The master appeared a year and never charged me money, gave me this iPad, a car, necklace, so many things, and told me how to be a good bodhisattva and light worker. Like, what kind of Buddhist master buys you a car? Or like gifts you a car? It's not normal, because it's called practical work. He's not just like, I'm going to give you the Dharma. Nope. I'm going to give you knowledge, wisdom, and also things you need to make your life better. So that's why I send some people flutes in here, some singing bowls, and we all just help each other. Yeah. Anyways, I have to go to the meditation group soon, so I hope you had a good. I hope everything's good with Sister Christy. And the Thursday interview is just they're gonna casually interview me about it's gonna be on Twitch.tv. Medium Jenny Leah. Will there be a meeting Sunday? Yes, every Sunday. And so Thursday, trying to get a little break here. So 3 ohms, and I'll see y'all soon. Here we go. Self. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, April. Bliss. I'll be back tonight for another 5 hours. This morning, how long? 3 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Muchos gracias a todos. Maybe I can. Well, I would like to raid somebody, but I don't think I have the time to. Actually, let's see who's in the music section, man. Thank you. Let's see who's in the music section. I think it's good. Music section. Any peaceful music up in here? Chill Rob. Okay, Chill Rob. Let's raid Chill Rob. There we go.